Welcome back to another Metal Mondays. We just played Let the World Burn from Violence and Nocturnal Molestation from Midnight. As you know, we always start Monday off with violence. We have a lovely guest. We have Jason from Ingested. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you very much. I've just set up all my merch. We're here in Philadelphia. So,
Nice.
yeah, we're getting ready to crush this show tonight.
Perfect. All right, let's get into this. You guys recently dropped a single called Rebirth. How long did it take you guys to write that single?
Ooh, not long, I don't think. Lynn and Sean sent me the song, and then I think I wrote lyrics within a couple of days and then just sent it back to him. And then we did a couple of tweaks. Recorded a demo version, and yeah, and then we recorded the real version. Like, yeah, within a matter of weeks. I think it was about 2 weeks from starting writing it until the song was actually recorded proper.
Nice.
But yeah, it was quite easy. It was quite easy. The lyrics are like quite angry, but they're quite powerful. Like all our songs, like they come from like a personal place, like a place of like personal experience and stuff. But we write them vague enough so that it can apply to whatever, really, like whatever the listener wants it
Ni-
to apply to.
Nice. And so you said you wrote it in like 3 days. Where was your like mindset at while you're writing that?
Angry. I was really angry about certain things that I won't go into, but
That's fun.
I was pretty. I was in quite a dark place, to be honest. Which is why the song's called Rebirth, because it's about reaching those lows, but then also when you go down that far, there's only one place to go but up. So then it's more about climbing back up out of the dirt, out of the shit, and rising up, really, reborn.
Definitely, that's a great way to put it, and that's a great way to like have it come out. You guys also released a music video for that song. Where was the music video recorded?
So we did a headline run of shows just before we did a tour in the UK with Bleed From Within, and we played a show in Peterborough in the UK, and we thought, right, what we wanted from the video was, because it had been so long since we'd played live, and so long since a lot of people had been to any kind of live music shows, we wanted our first music video since the pandemic to be a reflection of what what a live ingested show is, like the atmosphere, the intensity, the brutality. We wanted all that to come through in a music video. So rather than doing some big fancy like performance video or whatever, we just wanted the real shit.
Nice.
So we wanted, because playing live is that's our bread and butter. That's what we love doing the most. That's why we're road dogs. We're always, like, apart from the pandemic, obviously, we're always on tour because it's what we love. So that's what we wanted to reflect in our first video for Metal Blade. We wanted to show Metal Blade and show all of our fans exactly what they've been missing over the pandemic. So
It was definitely from the video, crazy fucking show. So that's
yeah, it was.
it makes me wonder for you. So you're from the UK. Um, is the crowds way different over there than compared to what you're seeing like on this US tour?
No, no. Our biggest fan, even though we're from the UK, our biggest fan base is in America. So yeah, our shows in America are always utterly insane. Our shows in the UK and Europe are crazy too, but yeah, our American fans seem to bring a next level of intensity that we've definitely seen on this tour.
Yeah, with all you guys as sellouts, I see you guys keep selling out shows, which is fucking fantastic for
Yeah, that
coming
tour
back from the
poster keeps
pandemic,
getting more red.
right? And then, so with the music video, who recorded the music video?
So the music video was recorded and directed and edited by Loki Films from the UK. We've worked with him for quite a few of our music videos now. Invidious and Impending Dominance and Better Off Dead. All of those music videos were all done by Loki. So yeah, he's worked with us for so long that he knows exactly what we like and what we want. And yeah, he always makes an incredible product.
It was
He's very
crazy.
good. He's very gifted.
So with that music video, so I see there's like different angles. There's one from the crowd, one on you, one on the drums, everywhere. Did you just know where all the cameras are going to be, or you guys? It was just like chaos.
No, it was chaos. It was absolute chaos. But that's how we wanted it, though. It's chaos
Yeah.
by design. Because, like I said, like we wanted it to really reflect what being at an Ingested live show is,
Mhm.
and for that to be as true to form, it has to be chaos, because that's what our shows are. They're just chaos, absolute carnage.
Definitely. And with you dropping the single Rebirth, how was your fans' reactions?
Oh, amazing, amazing! It's been one of the best reactions to a single drop that we've ever had. And every time we announce that we're about to play it on this tour, everyone's gone mental. So that's the true test of it. Like, if everybody cheers when you announce that you're going to play that song live, then you know it's gone well.
Definitely. It's definitely a catchy song. You recently said we've shed our skins and transformed into our next phase. With you saying that, does that mean your sixth studio record will sound different than your past releases?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think all of our albums sound slightly different, because we've never wanted to just stay still or tread water. We always want to be moving up or forwards. Um, so yeah, what we've tried to do, like, throughout our career, is just slowly add different elements to each album, and we're doing more of the same on this. So there's gonna be everything that you expect, that all our fans expect, but there's also going to be new stuff in there as well. Obviously, we've had lineup changes, which has never happened really in the 16 years that we've been a band. It's always been like the same members, but recently we've one of our second guitarist has left the band last year. So we're now a three-piece officially. So yeah, we've had to get used to that on this tour, playing as a three-piece. But I think we're better than we've ever been, to be brutally honest. And yeah, that's kind of what it is like when we say that we shed our skin, and this is our next phase, because this is it. We've got a new label, we've got new management, new lineup, new album.
Right.
Everything's new. It's all exciting. So yeah, we're ready for it.
So you guys just plan to stick to a three-piece, as you're saying that you feel like this is probably your best that you guys been?
For now, yeah, for now. We do have a live guitarist who you can see in the video for Rebirth. That's Ross. He's absolutely phenomenal. We couldn't get his visa in time for this tour, which is why we're playing as a three-piece.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's great. He's our live guitarist for now, and yeah, we'll see where we go. See what happens.
Hell yeah. So I noticed recently you guys switched from Unique Leaders to Roll Records to Metal Blade Records. What made you guys switch?
Um, it was just I think our relationship with Unique Leader had gone as far as it could go, and we were basically ready to take that next step up, and that's what we did. Basically, there's no bad blood or anything.
Mhm.
We've left on good terms. We fulfilled our contract and moved on to the next level. So yeah, that was it. Really, we were just ready. It was just time. It was just
Hell yeah.
time.
And what was their approach? Did you guys have like a bunch of people bidding for you, or were you guys like, we want Metal Blade? This is the one we're going with?
There was a few that we were having a look at and stuff and taking into consideration. But as soon as the offer from Metal Blade came through, we were like, Metal Blade, because
Fuck yeah.
Metal Blade's a label that we've always wanted to be on.
Makes
Like, some
sense.
of some of the most legendary metal bands ever have been on that label, and still are on that label.
Yeah. I agree.
Um, from what we've heard and what we've seen as well, they always treat their artists really, really well. So, and that's obviously important. So yeah, we couldn't be happier being on Metal Blade right now. Very
Awesome.
exciting.
Well, let's get in some tunes. We're gonna play a band that you're currently on tour with. We're gonna play Great American Ghost. So here's Keymaker from Great American Ghost here on Razor Radio. All right, we're coming back from Fit for an Autopsy. Okay, you guys are releasing a record. I'm guessing it's called Rebirth since you guys released the single Rebirth. I haven't gotten too much details on that later this year. Is this record fully recorded already?
The record is finished. It's completed. It's not called Rebirth. Rebirth isn't on the album.
Ooh,
Rebirth is just a standalone single that we'd written.
nice.
The album was already written and recorded before Rebirth. So, and then we just wanted to release a song, but not a song off the album, just as our Metal Blade debut, just to show everybody, we're not dead. Like we've been quiet for a couple of months, but there's a reason why.
Makes
And
sense.
yeah, we just wanted to get that song out and show everybody what's coming, basically, like a little teaser, a little morsel. But the album is coming out later on this year. Yeah, that's all. That's all the information I can really give you. I've got to be a bit shady about it,
Oh, you're
but it's
fine. It's
definitely coming.
I knew something was dropping. I just know how you know how press releases go. You only get so much,
Yeah,
and I didn't get that much press release on the new record. I just know you guys are dropping something, and that's all that matters, right?
yeah,
Um,
that's it.
well, okay, so with releasing a new record, what was the writing and recording process? Can I at least ask that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the recording and writing process was the same as it always is. So
Mhm,
Sean will come up with the meat of the song,
mhm,
which is all the riffs, like the song structure. Um, then he'll send that to Lynn. Lynn will then write drums to that. Then that will get sent to me, which I will then write vocals over. Um, or Sean will write vocals over it. And then we'll send that back to Lynn, and then Lynn will make more changes depending on what the vocals are doing. And yeah, and then we'll demo it, and then that's it. So we'll demo the tracks, and then we get ready to go into the studio. Recording. Lynn recorded the drums at Chimera Studios in Mallorca, which is where he lives with our engineer Nico.
mhm.
Um, Sean recorded the guitars at home,
Nice.
and I recorded, yeah, and then I recorded the vocals at home, and then we send that off to Christian Donaldson of
Mhm.
Cryptopsy at the Grid in Montreal, and then he mixes and masters it,
Nice.
and then there we go.
Sounds easy. Do you
Yeah,
guys
it's
use
easy. We've been doing it for 16 years now, so it's all like we've like got into our nice little routine, and we know how we do shit now.
Sounds great because, like, a lot of people I've learned from the pandemic, they got used to recording remote, and you guys seem
Yeah,
like you guys already been doing that, but I guess the last 16 years, it's I guess.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, it was
that's
no different to us, to be fair.
so you guys got it the easier way. A lot of people had a hard time learning to, like, get into that. So with you guys having, I didn't catch the name, but the guy from Montreal, is that someone that usually always, masters your guys' records?
Yeah, so we've been working with Christy and Donaldson now since an EP that I think we released it in 2013. So yeah, we've been working with him since then. So a long time, nearly 10 years.
Dang, that's crazy. But that's good though. That's consistency.
Yeah, well, the thing with us is we like to have a consistent team. So we like to have the same faces around, and do you know what I mean? Because then that way it's sort of like you've got a home team. Do you know what I mean? Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows how it needs to be done, what
Mhm.
we like, what we don't like, stuff like that. So that's the way that we feel we get the best ingested product.
Definitely. I agree. So with this being your sixth studio record, did you guys take any different approaches to writing compared to the other releases you guys have had?
Um, Not really with the writing process, but more with the actual music that we're writing. Like it is different. Like there is a lot of surprises in there.
Yeah,
I don't want to give too much away,
it's
but
fine. I
I
know
want it
there's
to
only
be a
so much you can
surprise.
give me. It's like you have like a
But
bone in front of my face and you're like, "Can't give it to you," but
no,
it's fine.
but
Um,
yeah, the process was the same,
mhm.
but the elements were different. That's the best way of putting it.
And with, the elements being different, would you say another reason why is because you guys lost one of your members?
Um, he didn't really write that much anyway, to be brutally honest. So no, not really. I think it's just more with us, more with us growing as
Mhm.
musicians and as people. Like we're getting older now. We're all family men. Like you know what I mean? It's like it's hard to to keep writing songs about like violence and gore and all that shit. Like when when you've got kids at home and stuff.
Pretty
So,
much.
well, yeah. So it's like we've just grown as musicians and people. Like I said, our music tastes have changed as well. Like it does. Do you know what I mean? So our influences might be different. But yeah, I'm just super excited for everyone to hear it because it's
I know.
without a doubt the best album that we've ever written. And I know it's a cliche, and I know all bands say that when they're about to release an album, but I'm telling you the truth. So this is
and
a
with
fact.
and with you saying your influences have changed, so with this record, would you say any vocalist influenced you to have any different vocal techniques on there?
Um, Not really, not really. I mean, I wouldn't say like metal vocalists have really been influencing me, but like I've been listening to a lot of different types of music and stuff, and it's not really the vocals. It's more like the placements
Nice.
and the like the flow and the cadence of certain things like may have influenced me. But yeah, you'll see it. It's good. It's probably I would say it's probably my favorite personal performance on any album that I've ever done.
That's always good.
Because I've
Well,
been
you
the other thing is I've been working with a vocal coach as well, David Benitez from Extreme Vocals Academy, and yeah, he's just brought me on leaps and bounds, to be honest.
and when did you start working with him?
Would have been about a year ago, I think. Yeah,
Nice.
just shy of a year ago, about 10 months ago.
And how did you
Extreme Vocal
discover him?
Institute. I knew him from we played a show in Manchester, New Hampshire, about 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and he came to the show and he was like, "Oh, I run a vocal, what would you call it, like a vocal academy and stuff. It's called Extreme Vocal Institute." Like, and then he gave me a card and shit, and then I started talking to him on on Instagram, and then a year or so went by, and then I think because of the pandemic and not playing shows and stuff, um, I kind of like developed like a lot of like anxiety about like my vocals and stuff and performing and stuff and thinking that I couldn't do it, and it was really weird. And I think it was all like psychological and stuff. And so I got back in contact with David, and I explained it to him. I was like, "Look, like is there any way we could work together and stuff?" And he said, "Yeah." So then I started taking sessions with him, and now I feel like $1,000,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the
Um,
man's a wizard. The man's an absolute wizard. If anybody's listening and wants to check him out, you definitely should, because he's crazy. He can literally imitate any death metal vocalist that you can
damn,
think of. You can imitate him and sound exactly like him. It's insane.
that's fucking
Crazy.
crazy. That's fucking crazy. With you being on tour right now, are you still taking sessions with him?
I haven't been, but he enrolled me in the EVI Now program,
Mhm.
which basically is their website, and it has like a database of hours and hours and hours and hours of videos that are all on like everything that you could think of, anything to do with vocals, like breathing exercises, warm ups, warm downs, stretches, techniques, everything. Like, so yeah, I keep up to date with that. I keep doing my exercises and stuff like that. So yeah,
Hell
feeling good. This is the best I've ever felt on a tour as well. I've
damn,
also
that's
stopped
crazy.
smoking as well, which is crazy because I was
Damn,
doing
that's
that for
cool.
17 years.
Well,
And
that's not good
yeah,
as a vocalist.
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, feeling good now. Feeling good. All these things, they're all good things.
Hell yeah. Well, let's get into some more tunes. We're gonna play something off of your guys' last EP. We're gonna play "Butchered and Devoured" from Ingested here on Razor Radio. Oh, right, we're coming back from Rebirth from Ingested, their new single that they dropped earlier this year. Crazy. Did you guys record that last year, or did you guys actually record it recently?
We recorded that last year. Last year, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
It was recorded after we recorded the the new album. Yeah, because basically we've been on tour this entire year
Oh
so
yeah,
far. Like this
basically.
tour literally started on the 3rd of January. Like we flew out. So
Oh,
yeah, we've been in
dang, that's
America
crazy.
all year.
And you guys are on your last week too.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I mean, this tour's been amazing, but I'm ready for my own bed now, I think.
I bet, man. Um, so with doing a lot of research on you guys, the last few days, I've learned a lot of people are conflicted. They are either calling you guys death metal or deathcore. What would you guys classify yourself as?
Well, this is the thing. Like, we kind of want that reaction. We want it so that people can't pigeonhole us.
That's good though.
So, I mean, I'd say we're both. We are both.
Nice.
We're both. Like, we're straddling both scenes, both genres of music. But yeah, that's what I'd say because our influences are death metal and deathcore. That's what we listen to mostly. So,
And
I mean,
who are
that's
your
that's the
influences?
oh, well, first and foremost, like Dying Fetus, Suffocation,
Mhm.
Despised Icon, Whitechapel, Job for a Cowboy, Black Dahlia Murder, go
Oh
on
yeah.
and on. Cannibal
Sure, they're
Corpse.
all good influences. I just had to ask because everyone's been from the research and the fans I've talked to, they're like, "Well, that would be a great question to ask him."
Yeah, everyone's arguing about that. If you go on any of our videos on
Oh,
YouTube and go and have, I mean, it's not advisable to ever go into a YouTube comment section, but go in there and it's just people arguing about it, genre arguing. Ah, the deathcore, no, the slam, no, the brutal death metal.
crazy. I was talking to one of my friends. Well, they're neither. They don't consider themselves anything. They're closer to death metal than anything. And I'm like, well, I'm just let's get this classified from the man himself,
let's get let's get this sorted. Um,
right?
I mean, I'd say we're both. I'd
That's
say
good.
we're both. It depends on what album you're listening to, as
Sure.
well. This is the thing. Like, if you listen to the Surreption or whatever, it's more deathcore. If you listen to the first album, it's more slam, brutal death. If you listen to our more recent album, it's more death metal.
Yeah.
Like, it literally depends on which album you're listening to. But again, that's by design. We don't want to be pigeonholed.
No.
We want people to be arguing about it.
It's always good though because then you're not put in like one genre, and if you guys want to
Exactly.
do something else, it all works out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the one thing that I love about being in a band is that you get to make the exact type of music that you want to listen to.
Fuck yeah.
So, so it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like that's the best thing about it. So we just make whatever we want, and if people like it, that's great. And if they don't, then whatever. I'm sure there's another one of our albums that they'll still like. They can go and listen to that. That's still cool. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely all the way, man.
So
Um,
yeah,
you guys are from Europe and are currently on tour in the US. How was it to get over here during this time? Was it a mess?
it was the easiest time we've
Really?
ever had getting over into the States.
Dang,
We
that's crazy.
thought we were like, oh my god, this is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be like then and we got to the airport and there was no one in the airport. We were at Newark Airport and there was literally no one there. And I've never seen an American airport empty before in my life. And we just walked up and they just went, "You got a visa?" And we were like, "Yeah, here." And he was like, "Right, okay." And that was it.
Dang, that sounds
That was
fucking
it.
easy.
Well easy. I was like, "Fucking hell."
Dang. And with you playing in the States, is there anything you guys look forward to?
Yeah, a day off so we can go to Buffalo Wild Wings because that's our
Buffalo.
day off ritual. Every day off, we find a Buffalo Wild Wings and we'll just go and sit there and eat boneless wings and just watch football, but real football though, the one with the feet.
Sounds like a hell of a ritual, not gonna
That's it. That's the ritual.
lie. With this being your last week of tour, do you guys have a favorite state or city you guys have played on this tour?
Ooh, North Carolina was amazing. Chicago is always amazing. Where were we? Last night, Baltimore was fantastic. It was absolutely amazing. The venue staff were amazing. The crowd was awesome. The venue itself was great. The venue staff couldn't do enough for you. It was amazing. They were like bringing us beer and shit. It was like being in Europe. They were like, "Do you want some food? Do you want some beer? Do you want some water?" I was like, "Fucking hell!" Like, this is great.
Dude,
So yeah, definitely Baltimore. That was probably my favorite show, I reckon.
fuck yeah, dude. And how have the crowds been on this tour?
Insane, absolutely batshit insane.
More
Like, you
insane
can
than that
tell, you can.
video?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, it's been nuts. Like, it's been absolutely crackers. Like, you can tell that people haven't had shows for a long time.
That's great though. That
It's brilliant.
okay, so on tour, what equipment do you use?
Me personally, I use a
Yeah.
Sennheiser wireless microphone, an EW900, and that's it for me.
Yeah.
That's
That's
literally
sick.
all I use. We have just bought an in-ear monitor system, a Sennheiser one,
Mhm.
and but we haven't put it together yet. But we'll be using that on our European tour and our UK headliner.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, that's it. That's all I have.
Hell yeah.
Just the microphone at the moment.
Sounds simple as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's dead easy. Like, my
Yeah,
loadout's
yeah,
so easy.
your loading's the easiest out of everyone in the band, it seems like.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so you guys had two releases in the last 2 years. Without touring, what was the approach picking the set list for this tour?
It was mostly new stuff because we released the Where Only Gods May Tread album in 2020, and we never got to tour it because it
Oh
came
yeah.
out in the middle of the pandemic. So we were just like, right, okay, well, this is what it's got to be. So we play mostly new stuff. We play two off. Yeah, so I think we play three off Where Only Gods May Tread, two off Level Above Human, and we play Rebirth.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, that was it basically. We were just like, right, it's all new stuff because we did the 10-year anniversary tour of our first album,
Mhm.
Surpassing the Boundaries of Human Suffering. We did that just before the pandemic, and we did that all over the world because we knew that we were getting to a point in our career where we've got so many albums now that it's like we have to start getting rid of old songs. So we thought, what better way to say goodbye to those old songs than do a 10-year anniversary tour and play the whole album. But we were just like, if you want to see these songs, you better come and see it because you're not going to see them for a long time.
Dang.
And yeah, so we've got rid of all the old songs. We said goodbye to them, but celebrated them in a great way. And now it's all new stuff.
Hell
And then
yeah.
when we later on in the year, when we return, we'll be playing even more new stuff.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That's a hell of an approach though to basically retire songs for that's a great idea. That's cool.
Yeah, because we know that people love those songs. We know that people really do. Like, our first album does have a special place in a lot of our fans' like hearts. So we didn't want to just not play those songs anymore, and that was that. We just wanted to give everybody a chance to see that whole fucking album, and then say goodbye to it, basically. At least for now. At least for now.
Hell
Maybe in
yeah.
another 10 years.
Right. Never know. Is there a certain song you like playing live?
Yeah, I love playing Impending Dominance.
Mhm.
It's just a bounce to it. There's like a flow to it that I just love. Like that. That's probably the song that I dance to the most when we play it on stage as well. I like playing The List as well. That's a cool song. And obviously Rebirth. I love playing Rebirth because I just fucking love seeing everyone go fucking ape shit.
Pretty much.
Basically, because they lose their minds when we play that song on this tour. So yeah, it's been really good.
And with the other two songs, do you always try to make sure those end up on the set list?
Yeah, I mean, we will do moving forward. But we also always play Better Off Dead as well because
Mhm.
we like to start that song with a massive wall of death,
Hell
which
yeah.
I don't know whether you've seen on any of our Instagram stories, has been pretty fucking mental every night. So
Pretty much. With you guys currently being on tour, releasing a record later this year, what are the other plans for Ingested for 2022?
ooh, well, basically it's just going to be loads of releases and loads of tours. We're going to try and hit everywhere.
Hell
As
yeah.
soon as a country or continent opens up and starts letting bands tour again, we're going to be there.
Hell
That's the
yeah.
plan anyway. Like, it's world domination now.
Fantastic
Like, we're
plan.
not messing around anymore.
Oh my god. And where can everyone keep up with Ingested?
On the usual on the social media, we've got Twitter, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, YouTube. If you want to keep up with me, I'm the Slam King on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, that's about it, really. We don't do none of that TikTok stuff. We probably should, but I don't know how to use it. I'm too old. Do you know what I mean?
I feel you on that. Well, I'd like to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, we're gonna end the show with "On the Wings of Carnage" from Corpse Grinder. See you guys next Monday here on Razor Radio.